Good morning. Welcome to Options Center's Thursday, 5/5/22. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My voice is still a little raspy, so I'm going to be drinking some coffee here. I should have tea and honey and all that stuff. So we're going to look at ES on multiple time frames. After yesterday's large move, we think we have a little bit more information to tell us what we're doing. So if you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Tender logo, and subscribe. And we're going to start off with ES on the monthly. So check this out. Look at this area. See what's happening here. This level from around the 4100, 4130 area up to around the 4560, 45, around there. Just a rough estimate. This is just a consolidation, you guys. So we tried to break down through it, came back up in. So our next destination is the middle of that area. And that's just natural. So that would be 4350, and just roughly to at least test that. And then above there, obviously the top of the area breaks down from there. I'm not sure I'll have another chance, and then it'll come back down, break down through the bottom area. So just to keep that in mind, that's all that's happening. It's very simple. It's a consolidation area. Going down to the weekly. All right, that weekly we still have targets way below. Here's this is an outlined area just from these support and resistance areas. So looks like we had an ABC down, ABC up. We could just be going sideways in this channel. Can we make it all the way back up to the top? Yeah, I don't think it's likely because we're actually in a downtrend. I think we're going to fail to make it up, but it's possible. That mid-range area, once again, is around the 43, 65, 70, even possibly, I know this is not the middle, but even the 4438 up on this confluence where the 20 week and the 50 week connect. So we'll have to watch those. We got to get through the 8 EMA, but I do think we made a nice reversal. We didn't close the candle out yet for the week, but starting to make a reversal candle. So we have to start looking at some upside targets and see where we might start shorting once again. We did short last night, and I'll show you why. Let's go down to the daily. Ooh, wrong one. Daily trend is our friend. Okay, now we're trying to make this bull reversal crossover on the MACD. You see the attempt there. You saw we had that tiny bit of RSI bullish divergence. I don't think that's going to hold. I think we're going to dip lower in that, but it caused us to have a temporary reversal in my mind. Still have a downtrend on the daily. We got over this resistance here, and all we're doing is getting back. We're at the top of the daily resistance area. So that's why we had a little bit of resistance there. We're at the top of the reversal from last Thursday, I think. So we're testing that, and then we're retesting, coming back on top of this support now, once resistance area here. So we'll probably take off of our SPY puts at the opening bell, see if we start to break down from this resistance, and then we'll use, if we get down below, we'll use this as our backing there, see if we can retest this this bottom of this daily, we'll call it demand at that point. Okay, so what are we looking for? Let's go for the 65-minute chart, just so we can see kind of, I don't want to project, but we always have to have in mind the scenarios that we could have play out. So after breaking this downtrend line here, I do believe that we may be in a larger degree correction. And what I think that it looks pretty clear to me that we have an ABC. Now this C may not be done. We may have a 5 wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little bit higher to go before it's complete. and then some sort of retracement to where it'd be a larger wave A, B, and then a nice impulsive C to complete this correction. Now you notice that we're in the top of this the last week's range for resistance. We start to peek through there, and then we have a little bit above the 43.21. That was my kind of my target area yesterday. If we poke through there, would probably come back through. But we'll be watching that. We're probably going to be a little bit more of a watching game. You see the MACD's crossing over back to the downside, but we want to see what happens. We don't want to take a bunch of chances. So if this is if we had our larger wave A, B up here, and then 5-wave move down, and that's over. We talked about that scenario yesterday. If that stage is over, now we're looking for some sort of correction here. And I don't think a little ABC here would be that type of correction that brings us back down, unless this whole series is not done yet. It appears to me that it's done after a launch pad like this. But if it's not, and it's something just like this move here, maybe this is the 1, 2, and this whole thing was a 3, and then we have 4 and 5 down. That's always possible, so we'll keep that scenario in mind, but I do think it might have completed at that point. And so we're looking for A, some sort of, B, and then a C up to a 50 or 61% retracement of the entire move before we start continuing down again. So that could take us back up to 4,400 to 4,500 range. It seems like a very large move up, but it's very possible before we start cracking down underneath that big box of consolidation here. So we'll call this the 4130 area. If we start getting below 4130, even maybe 4145, that's just such a massive area. If we start getting below there, I think that this thing is really going to start accelerating to the downside, and that we're breaking that consolidation that we looked at in the monthly time frame. So that's how I look at things, you guys. I try to be clear and the different styles of technical analysis that we use. This gives us a map here with the Elliott waves, but the support and resistance, those levels are the most important. So this 4140, we start breaking underneath there, we're going to go short pretty aggressive. In the meantime, we're going to see what happens. We're going to take off our shorts here, just see if we come back to retest any lower areas like the 4145 or so, and then go long for a nice impulsive move to the upside. Okay, that's what we're looking at. Thanks for joining us here at Options Center. Hope that helps. Have a great day. Don't forget to like the video.